Was the Patrice O'Neill documentary Better Than You a scam just to make money? I'm going to delve into this whole long, sordid story. The falling out between Von DeCarlo and the quote unquote producers and director of the film, and the money raised and perks if they will still be gotten. So, on May 2015, the goal was reached. $129,000, a little bit 500 extra more dollars by 1,500 people to make the Patrice O'Neill documentary Better Than You. Then, after years of no action, out of nowhere, the three producers involved said they were no longer doing the documentary and they sold the rights to Comedy Central. What happens with the $100,000? Nobody knows. I can't imagine them spending $100,000 on making something that where all they got was about 28 interviews. I don't know if they paid for the interviews, but I know the main director cited the problem of why they couldn't sell the movie is the big names who said they would be part of it, Kevin Hart, Chris Rock, names like that, who right after Patrice died said they would do something, then came time to do it, I guess refused to. They had no big names to sell to any companies. One would think he would use that was what the $100,000 was for. I mean, Anthony, Jim Norton, Colin Quinn, they'll Patrice, they'll do it for free. I would assume the bulk of that money was supposed to be for big names. So there was a huge falling out. Von DeCarlo ended up with the money, and that's what the falling out was about. She kept the money. And they sold the rights to this to Comedy Central. So when people had questions like, okay, was this ultimately a scam? Because they started Indiegogo. There's goals here. Like, if you gave $40, you got a Better Than You DVD/Blu-ray. $5, you got a social media shout out. $12, you got Von DeCarlo's book. $15, you got a T-shirt. 20 digital link to the movie. Another T-shirt. Insider scoop pack for the $100. $100 DVD/Blu-ray. Just a whole bunch of stuff, and $200 you got to attend the NYC premiere. They thought they were going to have a premiere. Like, that's why back when I first saw this, the ability to donate, this was way before I ever did YouTube. I was like, they think there's going to be an NYC premiere for this. Comedy Central is now involved, and let me assure you, there's not going to be an NYC premiere. That's when I was like, kind of like, yeah, I'm not buying this. $300 Patrice art, $500 credit. You get to see your name on the screen. You got VIP tickets to the premiere and after party. Filmmaker for a day for $2,000, $5,000 associate producer credit, $10,000. It was just a whole bunch of. Be on the air with Opie and Jim. That was another. If you did $2,000. I guarantee you someone gave $2,000 and never got on the air with the short-lived Opie and Jim. But that being said, these three people who split from Vaughn said that when they signed the rights over to Comedy Central, they demanded that these contributors who gave this money, Comedy Central takes over the responsibility for this Indiegogo. So according to them, if you gave $40 to this, you're still owed that DVD that you donated $40 for. Now here's where I think it's a scam. I don't believe that for a second. Comedy Central will not be sending you a DVD for $40 if you donated to this. Comedy Central, first of all, signed the rights over. The rights over to what exactly? What rights did they or Von DeCarlo own of Patrice O'Neill? Because you don't need rights of somebody to make a documentary. I mean, remember on TV, they would do Led Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, Beatles. You know, they would do band documentaries. They didn't have any rights to it. Hell, they wouldn't. I've seen documentaries on like one of those old like A&E or something about some half-hour documentary about some band. They didn't talk to anybody in the band. They would just talk to critics and stuff like that and show like some publicly available footage and concert and stock photos and stuff like that. You don't need rights. I mean, what rights do they own exactly? And I mean, so you don't necessarily need any rights to do anything. I mean, what rights of, I mean, I guess elephant in the room footage, but I mean, the bulk majority of any good Patrice O'Neill documentary is going to be him on O&A, which they have nothing to do with those rights, and various radio interviews, some stand-up that's not an official part of his special, like him at Just for Laughs. They don't own those rights. So I don't believe for a second there are any rights to be given to Comedy Central. Um, Maybe it was just a deal for them to use the already used shot interviews, but one would assume Comedy Central is going to immediately cut that list in half. They're not having Anthony Cumia on Comedy Central. Let me assure you of that fact. I think they should, but I'm just telling you what it is. Comedy Central most likely isn't going to want to have anything to do with this portion of it. They want probably just start from scratch. They got Bill Burr as their producer. I'm assuming he's going to be a producer. They'll just start from scratch. It's going to be a completely and totally new vision from whatever this director had in mind. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. But I must say, personally, this was a scam. I mean, just by, maybe it wasn't intended to be a scam, but it turned out to be a scam. There was over $100,000 given, basically squandered, and no perks. Remember when Mersh called into Opie and Jim and was calling out Jimmy because Jimmy wasn't giving the people the perks for the Chip cartoon? Well, none of these people were given any perks. They didn't no shout outs, no books. If I gave $40 to this, I'm kind of mad. I want my Blu-ray DVD. And let me assure you, when Comedy Central releases their Patrice O'Neill doc, you will not be getting a Blu-ray DVD if you donated $40 to this. So, in summation, yeah, in my opinion, this was a scam. Either intended to be a scam or not intended to be a scam. It's just a scam. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.